Welcome guys, today I have for you a 1224 ST Okamoto wired for 220 volts. This machine can be run automatically or manually with our hand wheels up front. Starting off with our left side will be our table left and right. Push it in and then you can move it by hand. Then you got your in and out, same concept. Push it in and then you have free rein over there. And then lastly our up and down. Push it in. Make sure everything's disengaged before you want to go into any sort of manual automatic grinding. So we'll get started off with our hydraulics, our wheel, and lastly the coolant that does have a conveyor on it. This machine does have a rapid up and down feature. Switch this knob on over and then you can press our corresponding button whether you want to go up or down. And then we also do have, if you will, a pick feed right there. So we'll get started off with our first cycle, which is just going to be a plunge cycle, so it's going to be relatively quick. So once you have everything set to how you want it, we'll choose our direction for our table. Then we could open up our throttle right here. That will be our speed for the table. And as you can see right here, we are down feeding. And once we hit the zero, we'll spark out for whatever we have determined on our control right there. So with this, obviously it's going to be a quicker cycle. So once that's all done, it will hit the spark out like I mentioned. So I'll do a quick pass and then park itself to the side to where you could go ahead, bring back your wheel to whatever dimension you had it at, remove your part, and then you can start our cycle again simply by pressing the table left and or right switch right there. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and just cancel what we have going and move on over to a traverse basically. So with that being said, with our step feed, we could go ahead and, excuse me just one second. As you can see, set into the right directions, we are now in feeding, or rather cross feeding, and every time we hit one of the switches onto this side, we'll go ahead and down feed whatever we have set onto the side of the down feed hand wheel right over here. So this is going to be a little bit longer, so I will just make that quick for you. Again, it's just going to go in and out every time it hits the limit switch. It will down feed just a little bit. And then after that, I will demonstrate another quick feature which is going to be the plunge traverse. Machine does have a variable magnetic control off to the side right here, where you could demag off to the left, or you could have your variable going right there. So for video purposes, I will just bring this manually down to zero so we can finish out a spark out pass. And as I mentioned, we'll move forward. There is a knob right up front, right here, and this is going to determine how fast we infeed or how much depth that we have going in and out. It's easier to change that as the hydraulics is off. And that's basically it. So in just a minute, we will finish sparking out. And just like that. So with that being said, let me get our table into the middle. Make sure everything is pulled out, and I will be good to go for a continuous plunge, as you will. When you're ready, you'll just pick whatever direction it is right there, kind of like the same concept as the plunge or traverse. And it'll feed on down to 0. Again, spark out and park itself to the right hand side. So that basically wraps it all up. This is going to be the 1224 Okamoto ST wired for 220 volts. Thank you.